So, ready to dive in with us today?
Always.
We're going to be exploring this new blog. I've been seeing it around. The Southern Elephant.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but right off the bat, the name, it kind of grabs you, you know?
Yeah, no, it's you can tell there's a strategy there. They know who they're trying to reach. This isn't just like any Southern conservatism blog. It's aiming for a broader audience, people who maybe feel like things used to be better, simpler times in America, that kind of vibe.
And they really lean into that, don't they? Like, boom, right there in the welcome post Big Earl, their mascot.
Right.
This, like, dignified, almost grandfatherly elephant, born and raised in Louisiana, soaked in conservative values. It's kind of wild how they've built this whole story around him.
It's smart, really, when you think about it. Elephants, right? Strength, wisdom, loyalty, all those things. So by sticking those qualities onto Big Earl, and then by, connection, the blog itself, they're kind of sneaking in this message about their own views, their whole deal.
Yeah, it's like Big Earl is this, like, reassuring presence, this symbol of, I don't know, stability when everything feels kind of shaky, more than just a mascot. He's the embodiment of those good old days they keep referencing.
Exactly. And that nostalgia thing, that's powerful, especially for folks who feel like traditions are under attack. Big Earl represents going back to when things seemed, I don't know, more straightforward, more secure. He's like a symbol of pushing back against all the changes.
And that idea, it hits even harder when you think about the name, the Southern Elephant. I mean, yeah, part of it is just being straight up about their Southern conservative base, but there's got to be more to it, right? Like a double meaning, maybe?
Oh, absolutely. The elephant, it could also be them, kind of winking at the elephant in the room, all those unspoken worries and frustrations people have about where things are headed in the country. Like saying, hey, we see you, we hear your concerns, let's talk about it.
And they're not shying away from that at all, are they? I mean, just look at how they're talking, the language they use in that welcome post-patriots, seekers of truth, American way of life. Like, it's almost like a highlight reel of phrases made to hit you right in the feels, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's textbook, really. On the surface, it seems harmless enough, right? But for those who are in the know, those phrases, they carry a whole lot more weight. It's like creating this us versus them kind of vibe. Like, if you don't buy into what we're saying, well, are you really a patriot? Are you really seeking the truth?
Right, and it creates this feeling like things are urgent, like they're sounding the alarm, got to take a stand now or it'll be too late. Fits right in with that whole fighting for our values thing you see everywhere these days.
Totally. By calling it a fight, they're automatically positioning themselves as the protectors, the defenders of like this whole way of life that's supposedly under attack. It's a strong message, especially now when things feel uncertain, constantly changing.
And it's not just about sitting back and listening to them, is it? They want readers to join the fight, become part of it. They even talk about raising your voice and reclaiming our heritage. It's not passive, it's defiant, almost.
That's the key right there, that call to action. Making people feel like they're part of something bigger, like they can actually make a difference. That's how you build a community, a shared purpose. It's not just reading anymore. It's like joining a tribe,
Yeah, and that sense of belonging, that's powerful stuff. Kind of like those old beer commercials, the ones with everyone hanging out, laughing it up. They weren't really selling beer. They were selling that feeling of being in on it, being part of the group.
Exactly. They understood that need for connection. This blog, it's doing something similar, but instead of beer, they're selling a certain image of America, a set of values that they're saying are fading away, under threat.
It's kind of mind-blowing when you think about it, how much goes into building these online personas, these communities. It's a whole new world for politics, isn't it? It really is, Makes you realize how important all this is, being media savvy, understanding how people are trying to, like, influence what we think, what we believe in.
Yeah. Totally.
Like, you wouldn't, I don't know, walk into a car dealership totally clueless about cars, would you?
Right.
You do your homework, figure out the lingo so you don't get, totally taken advantage of.
Exactly. And it's the same deal online. You got to look at everything with a critical eye. Pay attention to their language, the images they use, how they're framing the whole thing.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, like, who's behind this message, really? What's their angle? What are they trying to make me think or feel?
It's about, like, recognizing there's always an agenda there, even if it's hidden under the surface. Not that it's always a bad thing, just got to be aware of what's going on. Like with Big Earl, right? Standing there, all wise and grandpa-like. It's not just about a cute mascot, it's a calculated move to make you feel a certain way.
For sure. And that's actually a really important point. We've been talking the Southern elephant. But these techniques, this persuasive stuff, it's not just a one-side thing, not just about politics even.
Right, right.
Advertisers do it, politicians, even those social media influencers, everyone.
So it all boils down to being smart about the information we consume, no matter where it's coming from.
Exactly. When you understand how persuasion works, you make better choices, you know, about what you read, who you listen to, what communities you join.
So next time you're scrolling through that social media feed or just browsing online, remember, big girl, remember, there's always more to the story than what you see on the surface. Even those harmless-looking symbols, those catchy slogans, they could all be part of a bigger plan.
It's all about critical thinking. Question your assumptions. Engage with the world, but do it in a smart, informed way.
And that's what the deep dive is all about, right?
Yeah.
Until next time, everyone, keep exploring, keep those questions coming, and most importantly, keep those thinking caps strapped on.